how we can apply the concepts in this chapter to success in our personal and our professional lives, how we can really begin to embody them in everything that we do. Now, Deepak defines potentiality as embodying creativity, consciousness, and possibility. Possibility. You know, an important thing when I start working with a client on a new goal or a strategy, it's really important to check in with them to see if what they desire, what they want, they see as possible. Because if we cannot see something as a possibility, it's going to be really difficult to attain it. And let's try and make this as easy as possible for ourselves, right? So seeing something as a possibility, the potential of it. Deepak also shares with us that when you discover your essential nature and know who you really are, in that knowing itself is the ability to fill any dream you have. Now, I say it again and again, and if you've heard me before, you've probably heard it before, but knowing who you are and what makes you tick, it's essential if you want to grow and move forward. It's such powerful information, and it doesn't cost you anything to figure it out. Go ahead and really use your, we're going to get into the GPS system in a little bit, so I'll hold that thought actually. But use your GPS system, and I'll elaborate on that, to really help you figure out what makes you tick. Another thing is that often clients come to me and they're struggling in their business with organization, maybe managing their finances and time management challenges. See, the thing is that these same challenges have been rampant in their personal lives too. And your business and your career, they're not islands. As much as you wish, we all wish we could just neatly compartmentalize our lives. It doesn't work that way. People who, for example, tend to overextend themselves in their personal lives usually overfill their work schedule too and say yes to too many projects. And if you have unhealthy habits in your life, they're going to appear in your business too. If you're always late to meet your friends, you're most likely going to be struggling with that in your business and being on time for your business appointments until you get to the bottom of why and work on changing that. So this is all about what makes you tick. See, usually the self-defeating behavior and these unhealthy habits are just the gunk that's covering up our true essence or our true potential. Right? It's that disguise that's covering up the God or goddess within us. And to quote Deepak, the more you experience your true nature, the closer you are to the field of pure potentiality. So to encompass this law, right, he's saying that if you want to really be in this field of potentiality, be in this place of possibility and creativity and consciousness, then it's important for you to experience and know your true nature, to know who you are, to know what makes you tick. And I know so often that this gets put at the bottom of the list of priorities for people. There are other, there are other fires that are burning, and I'm just trying to fan the flag of knowing what makes you tick and bringing that to your awareness. So perhaps you'll dedicate a little time this week or tomorrow or throughout this week as we go through the course to really figuring out what makes you tick. Before we get into how to spend more time and energy to really uncover your true self and figure out what makes you tick, let's review just one other important concept in this chapter. And in the chapter, Deepak talks about self-referral versus object referral. Now, in object referral, Deepak tells us we're always influenced by objects outside the self, which includes situations, circumstances, people, and things. And in object referral, we are constantly seeking the approval of others. Our thinking and our behavior are always in anticipation of a response. It's therefore, it's fear-based. In object referral, we also feel an intense need to control things, okay? The need to control, we're looking for approval, the need to control, the need for external power. And in object referral, your internal reference point is your ego. The ego, however, is not who you really are. Your ego is your self-image. It's your social mask. It's one of the roles you're playing, right? It's one of those disguises. And it wants to control, and it's sustained by power because it lives in fear. Now, the essential difference between object referral and self-referral is that you experience your true being, Deepak says, which is unfearful of any challenge. Imagine being unfearful of any challenge. It has respect for all people, and it feels beneath no one. Object referral power based on ego lasts only as long as you have the title or the attention or the accolades of others, right? But self-power is permanent. It's based on the knowledge of self. It draws people to you. It draws things that you want to you. And it magnetizes people, situations, and circumstances to support you. So in a nutshell, and I know that was a lot to take in right now, but I encourage you to read the book, right, and to really dive into this. This is a teaser. But in a nutshell, the law of pure potentiality is about authenticity. It's about embracing your unique core values and honoring your true self, coming out from behind the mask and making choices based on your true voice, your guts, your intuition. And this is going back to what I was saying. This is what I like to call your GPS. Now, your GPS is your own built-in guidance system. The biggest challenge for a lot of my clients is hearing and recognizing that voice. We have a whole, I love this phrase, get ready, itty-bitty shitty committee. We've got a whole itty-bitty shitty committee chiming in with all kinds of limiting beliefs and negative statements, and it's like static interfering with our connection to our true self, to our GPS system. So why bother clearing the channel? Well, it's a lot easier to attract opportunities. You can step into your uniqueness and you can stand out from the competition. Your confidence is going to go through the roof. Your life purpose will be more apparent to you. Your personal, professional, community, and relationships will upgrade. And people will have an easier time connecting with you. And you'll have an easier time building relationships. So how do we do it? How do we tune into that connection? Well, there's 4 different steps that Deepak shares with us. Silence, meditation, non-judgment, and communing with nature. Silence means making a commitment to take a certain amount of time to simply be. Experiencing silence, Deepak says, means periodically withdrawing from the activity of speech. That's hard for some of us. It also means periodically withdrawing from activities such as watching television, listening to the radio, or reading a book. If you never give yourself the opportunity to experience silence, this creates turbulence in your internal dialogue, okay? So silence is one of the keys, one of the steps here. Next one is non-judgment. Judgment, he defines as the constant evaluation of things as right or wrong or good or bad. When you're constantly evaluating, classifying, labeling, analyzing, you create a lot of turbulence in your inner dialogue. So try taking some time during the day, maybe it's 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and just say, for the next 15 minutes, I shall judge nothing that occurs, and really begin to flex that muscle. And the last one is spending time in nature. Spending time in nature enables you to sense the harmonious interaction of all the elements and forces of life, Deepak tells us, and gives you a sense of unity with all of life. I see how it helps you realize you're part of a bigger picture or vision. Like us on the call today, we're all part of a bigger picture. Nature is free. It is immune to criticism. It doesn't fear challenge. It's beneath no one. It's superior to no one. It's full of magic, mystery, and achievement. Lastly, Deepak reminds us of the mirror of life. Access to your true essence will also give you insight into the mirror of relationship, because all relationship is a reflection of your relationship with yourself. Look at your communities, your relationships, your challenges, and your loves to see a reflection of who you are. If you don't like it, then you're ready to make some changes. Okay? So he said just the 3 actions, and they're at the end of the chapter, and I'll also post those on the Facebook site a little later tonight or perhaps tomorrow. But you guys ready for some action now? Now, you may have never done meditation, but I'm going to lead you through something right now, and why don't you just stick in there, even if you're feeling like you want to just turn it off now and bolt. Just stick with us here, and then we'll see how it goes for you.